Okay, so it's time to put together the Hobgrot slitters from issue 6 of Stormbringer. So, push fit models, but I'm not worried too much about that. Normally don't like these because they don't tend to always fit together. But I've been having a good look at the instructions, and I think these are probably going to be all right. So let's just get right into it. So what I need to begin with, let's hope, is nope, not that one. I need 26 and 27. So it looks like this side of things. I'm just going to split this in half to make it easier to deal with. There we go. Okay, so head number 26, I think. Front of the body, back of the body 27, and then it shows head 28. So there's a head 28 there, but you know there might be some options I'm going to see as we go through, because that head 20 looks like it might also fit. Okay, so you know I'll just get going and see what happens as I go through, eh? Oh, that's a difficult little one to get into. I'm going to have to kind of cut it big and then trim it down later. You know, never force your clippers in where they don't fit. Just come back later on and just gently cut away the excess. Otherwise, you're just going to end up damaging the model. Okay, now let's just have a quick check here. So I need to just trim off these excess bits. I tend to find that if you try and kind of use a Stanley knife, a scalpel or Stanley knife or whatever, when there's too much excess left, you're very much risking slicing your fingers. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this scraping tool here. You see, I actually came with a little nice little file. These latest issues. I'm going to see how this works compared to my knife. Because one thing I'm finding about using my knife is that it can be very easy to accidentally kind of dig out chunks of plastic. So I'm seeing if this is any better, actually. So it's got like quite a fine file. And also there's mold lines down this, so I'm just gonna see if I can kind of use this to polish them off. Actually, that works kind of well. Not bad, that. Okay, fair enough. Right. Not used that tool yet, so it was worth having a go, and I kind of like it, actually. It's small, but it does the job rather well. I still think that's okay, isn't it? Alright then. Okay, now it says it's push fit, so I'm going to try and just see if it push fits easily. Now look, that's nice. It's nice and smooth, that push fit. I wish all of them were that easy to do. I'm going to get the head 28 off. I was having a good read of the issue as well, #1, strangely enough. I'm a very slow reader, unfortunately. I never used to be, but unfortunately I have a health condition that now affects my reading speed. So unfortunately I am slow to read things. A lot slower than I used to be at reading things anyway, so I'm doing this. I've been reading through issue 1. And one of the things that I found really interesting, I'm going to glue this head because I tend to find that even snap fit heads have a bad habit of falling off. That obviously within the swamps where the cruel boys live, they'll have like fortresses. Now, oh, that's going to be a pain. So you have to kind of hook the point underneath the sword to slide it in. Just be mindful of that. There we go. So make sure that you're getting it under. There we go. That's nice and simple. Then they're going to go on these slaughter bases. Now, sometimes with slaughter bases, you'll find that there's a bit of excess in there. Again, I'm not going to glue this yet because I want to obviously do the base decorative, so we might end up going a bit higher up out the base. It's quite cool. I like it. Okay, I think I better pick up the pace really, aren't I? Because I'm procrastinating, just talking I enjoy talking about things too much and it slows me down. Right, okay then. So, let's have a look here. So we've got this guy with a banner here. So that's 10. I'm just actually having a look because it looks like there's a second banner there. So that might give us some options in the future. I think maybe that'll be... Yeah, it's definitely a different banner option. Now, I think what I'll try and do at some point is I'll try... If I don't think you use it, you see, in this kit, so I'll see about shaving off that hand and then using it when I build my scrap fortress. Anyway, so we're going to need 10 and 11. Sorry, 10, 7 and 11 to build this guy. It's 10, it's 11. This is the helmeted head. Seven's just over here. Okay, just tidy these up. I'm gonna have to pick up the pace because I'm going far too slow on this video. Let's get this done. Yeah, I'm definitely planning on building a fortress for these guys. because I've read up about it and I'm like, yeah, that's definitely something that I'm liking the idea of. Now, obviously, I'm going to have to plan that out right, but I reckon that since the idea is that they're living in a kind of swamp, they're not going to have the best quality wood to get hold of. So I reckon that the wood that I'll have to use with them is going to be I suppose like a beaver style dam rather than a fortress. Yeah, I think that's definitely how I'm going to approach this anyway. It's a nice shanty kind of style fortress that I'm going to build for these guys. Anyway, yeah, there's me again, like talking when I should be getting things glued. Right then. Yeah, very much. There we go. Simple. Yeah, these things are quite easy to slot together actually. Okay, what have we got next? Noisemaker. Right, so 23, 21 and 24. You have to keep floating around these kits, don't you? Hang on. 21 is 21. 23, the front of the body and what looks like a drum. Hmm, 24, which is the beta. Right, and then head 25. Over here, it's got a nice spike on it. Still today love like musicians and standards. They just bring a lovely centerpiece to any unit that they're in. Oh, gotta be careful with this one. It's hard to get that little bit off. There we go. And up here as well. See, it's little bits like this that are a pain. Ooh. Right, and I've been officially already been sat for too long. It's starting to ache now. Right, squeeze those two halves of the body together. Pop the head on. And then I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue on that. There we go. Nice. I like him. Again, because I don't know that I find these Hobgrots quite charming. I don't know why. It's just strange little, you know, so little, but quite, I don't know, nice. Just I can't really describe it other than there is something nice looking at them. Right. So let's have a look here. So one of the regular guys now. Well, sulfuric scrap grenades. Hobgrot shred their enemies at range with their deadly explosives. Nice. That's what you want, isn't it? Don't want to get too close. 40. I'm just trying to find 40 now. Here it is. They don't make life easier by just having everything on one, you know, like natural order to these sprues, do they? I always say I suspect it's because it makes it harder to pirate them and recast, particularly just from an image. And then head 41. I'm getting a distinct feeling at the moment that we do have a bit of choice about heads here, but I'll see that later on. I'm sure in the future I'm going to want more of these. Come on, where's head 41 when you need it? There it is, over here. Right. Oh, I've started reaching that point now where my fingers are going numb and dropping things. Oh gosh, whoever dropped that. Oh, pause the video in a second and give myself a few minutes to stand up. Right. So get that front on. I've put a bit of glue on the leg attachment there, just purely because of its positioning underneath. I don't want it separating out. Put a little glue on the head pin. And there we go. Like that, chucking his grenade. Right, okay, let's have a look. So we've got 1, 2 and 3. Oh. Slaves to Convention there. Let's have a look. Find 1, 2 and 3. Here it is. Okay, 1, 2 and 3. Right, let's get these tidied up and put together. I'm actually hoping today to finally do the first time ever a recorded war gaming session. I've never done that before, but I'm kind of hoping that my son will get off his computer long enough to play with me. He does enjoy playing this stuff, but he also does love his computer. So it's hopefully, for once, I'll actually be able to do what I've wanted to do in a long time, which is actually play the battle from issue 1. Now my son's made it very, very clear that he wants to be the Stormcasts, which I don't mind because I love being anything green. Too much glue. There we go. So I'm just putting glue where the leg is because I'm noticing they are a bit, you know, there's not really anything to hold that leg on. Oh gosh, that's stiff, that one. Right, that's 5. Oh, right. I'm gonna pause my recording for a second and stretch my legs. Okay. Right, now let's have a look. So I'm gonna do the next one now, which uses 12, 13 and 14. Oh. 13 here. I'm starting to realise that this little tool here is actually quite good. Though there's a little bit sometimes where if you've got too much plastic, you do need to use the scalpel. But this is quite a nice little tool I'm finding, this one. Aside from anything else, I'm significantly less likely to slice my thumb off using this. So I'm classing that as a massive advantage of this. And yes, as I've probably said in a different video, yes, I have done a big slice into my thumb in the past when my hands have messed up. Unfortunately, my poor shaky hands do have a habit of slipping. I know the number of times I've hacked into one of my fingers. You'll notice that I'm always trying to put the glue where the leg attaches, because I just think that sometimes with a push fit you shouldn't need to use that much glue in the first place, and when you do, just find one very big gluing area and then that should give you all the glue that you need. Okay. We are getting there. We are over the halfway mark now. Come on, go in your base. There we go. Didn't want to go in then. Right, so 16, 17 and 19 it says. Now normally when it does a jump between the head and the body parts, it means you've usually got options, but I'll have a look. 12, 13, 14. Which is... No, I've already done that. Sorry. 16, 17, 19. Yeah, you see you got 18 there and 19 here, and they look like they're for the same one. I'm gonna go for 19 though. They've already got a load of helmets on them, so got a bit of alternative styling going on. Right. Get gluing on the leg joint just for the strength of it, really. Pop the head on. What's this guy got in his mouth? He looks like he's got maybe a bit of fuse or something he's eating. Maybe like a Yeah, it could be a bit of fuse that, like he's pulled it or something. Right, 33, 34, 36. Oh. Right then. Oh, right then. We are getting there. Which is good because I just don't think my fingers or my spine are going to cope much longer in this position. Went popping. Gosh, what a weird little position this pin's in. Yeah, that's not a nice pin to put in, that one. Digging more into my fingers than into the actual model. But you know what? Sometimes you just need to push and protect your fingers at the same time. Ow, that's better. Like him, he's throwing his grenade. It's like just taking flight. Okay, getting there. Right. How many more? Can't be that many more to do now. 30, 43, 42, and 45. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to check something in a second because there's something quite interesting that I'm seeing here. Yeah, I think I'm going to be using this tool a lot more. I like this thing. Can get rid of ugly mold lines without slicing your finger off. A very useful little thing. This thing doesn't want to pop on, does it? There we go. Change its positioning. That's it. Put that in a very strange little way then. Again, I think it's one of those as well where I'm going to have to put a bit of pressure on it to make sure it's all the way in. Yeah, there we go. Then pop that head on. Interesting the way that this thing just keeps popping out. Let me have a double check here about its positioning. See, I'm pushing it in and then it just kind of pops back out again. It's so strange. Now, let me just double check, because sometimes on very rare occasions it is so simple to accidentally cut the wrong one off. So let me just double check. Yeah, I have. Hey, 42's over here. I think just for a second I must have cut the wrong one off. Always be mindful of that. Okay, just if something doesn't fit, just make sure that you've double checked that you've done the right one. There we go. Right. So that's probably 46. I'm gonna guarantee that that's 46. Right, let me pop 47 off here. Right, I'm gonna pop a little glue on that joint there because it just seems to want to be popping away. Come on, you can't escape. Now, this one's almost done and I've just seen something. Now, I'm gonna have to have a look into this. because this is number 10. Let me just put his head on, which is number 49. Now, maybe you can see what I'm seeing here. And it goes back to that second standard. Ugh. But it looks like there's a couple of extra bodies on this sprue. One of them appears to be a musician. The last one. So that's 10. If you look here, we've got ourselves a hornblower. We've got ourselves more stabbers. We've got what appears to be another standard bearer. And on top of that, 2 extra mods. Now, I'm finding this quite interesting now, because it feels like this is actually a kit of, well, more. I mean, I get that maybe the idea is that if you don't need a standard in musician, you've got 2 additional bodies. However, it just feels like such a shame that all of this is potentially wasted. So let me have a quick look here and see what we've got. So here you've got like some guy with 2 stabbing knives. Now unfortunately this body does not seem, this front anyway, does not seem to fit any of those. Again, we've got front bodies. We've got a horn blower's body, and we've got a standard. So you do actually have alternative layout. Now I'm going to assume potentially that we've got something along the lines of an alternative, maybe an alternative champion body. I mean, whoever this is has got a big clanking, I don't know, like, it's so strange that they would like give you almost, you know, but not quite. Yeah, almost 5 extra models, but you know what though? Yeah, and they're kind of all missing at least a leg. That's a damn shame, that. I feel like 1 extra sprue and we, you know, 5 extra models, and I feel that would have been, you know, more justifiable use of plastic. Never mind. But maybe, you know, if you're smart, you could potentially use that as a conversion. But again, unfortunately, it doesn't come with a set of legs. So again, you're a bit short if you used him. But maybe you could fashion some false legs. So it's obvious that they are alternatives. Alternative like body types that you would probably have to work out as you're putting it together. Anyway, so there we go. That is our 10 Hobgrots. I personally think that they are very charming models. I think they look really nice. You know, there's something about them that kind of, you know, they just look fun. You know, they look mean, but they look fun, and hopefully they will be fun when they're lobbing explosives on a battlefield.